This is Captain Smith from captainsmithdesign.com. There's the website URL. Beep. Take a look at that, it's got some cool stuff. I just recorded the video showing you how to plop in the background, as you can see here, and I didn't have enough camera, so it messed up. I'll quickly go over what I did. Here's a pen, 0.3 millimeters thick, centimeters thick actually, not millimeters. And this is, where is that? That's also 0.3. But the nature of it is that this one is actually fatter. I don't know how that's happened, but it has. Maybe I've got the lids on wrong. Okay, so with the background, the little tips I think worth remembering are that you don't have to follow this line directly into the character. As you can see here, in real life you'll have hills in the background sort of below him and you'll be able to see them. But for the cartoon you don't need to have that because it will put in too much detail and fiddly business in here, which you don't want. It will distract from the power of the image. Because ultimately you want the cyclist here to be coming at you, as you can see. And the background is the background, so it doesn't need to be too dark and too prominent. So be careful of adding in too much details to the background, which will distract. Try not to distract from the main focus. So that's the hills. I also do this little house thing. So there, our swap pen. I don't know if you saw that. That was off camera. Use the thicker one. Sorry, to bring out the bits that you like. Like I say, I have a shadow on the house. I think that looks good. It gives it some depth and a sense of being real. Try roughly to keep the shadows on the same side. So if the sun's roughly here, this bike shadow would be more like this actually. But it's not that important in a picture like this. Trees, so think about the composition. If you've got something here, do you want more trees around here? And so then your eye focuses here? Or do you want to spread it out by having them here? I'd probably do that, just to even it out, keep it really simple. With these trees you can just do blobs. This is what I've done, as you can see. It's taken me a long time to work out how I like trees. I'm actually not that happy with these, but they're the best I can do at the moment. Yeah, and in terms of this, you can just do that if you want to, for the trunks, and then some shadows maybe. Don't be too finicky, just bosh them in. Don't think too much. Shadow, your eye doesn't really look at the shadow, to be fair. When you're drawing it, you'll obviously be focusing on it, but when the viewer looks at the picture, it's something you pick up on without thinking about it. No one's inspecting your shadows. There are no shadow police. Okay, so we've got these things come out, as you can see. This is still the most prominent aspect. So let's keep it that way. These are clouds. They're kind of like trees in the air. A general tip about clouds, again, don't add in too much detail like with the trees. They're just suggestions. You don't want the eye to pull across the page and look and focus too much on the clouds. Another little tip, the small clouds I tend to do closer to the horizon line, and the big clouds I do further up. So there's a real big example just to show you what I mean. And that gives a sense of depth, like that. I don't know why, it acts like a roof coming towards you. With the clouds, I sometimes like to give a bit of an underside to them like this, just to give a bit of interest. Something I always say is it's good to have different registers of line. So you've got a very thin line here, you've got these really twiddly bits here, and really thick stuff here, and that just creates interest. It creates a depth in the piece, which is really important. I think this is sort of there. I think birds are always quite nice. That's a really obvious one, but it might not be too in keeping with the style. Perhaps it's too, as I said in the last video, deliberate, which I don't think was that comprehensible when I said it. When I say, I don't know if I just said it right, I said literal. I wanted to say literal. When things are literal, what I mean by that is that they are very obvious. So it's difficult to translate that into drawing terms, but this is a very literal line. It's a whoosh line, that doesn't exist in real life. This is a code to directly tell you in a literal way This is movement, this is quick. There are other ways of doing that to show speed. You can actually show speed by drawing quickly. So in a way, these quick lines that I've drawn, they show speed, which transfers into the picture as something moving quickly. If you were to draw this in a very slow manner like this, that would change the quality of the line, which would then change the nature of the picture. If it was drawn in that slow way, it would look like he's going slowly. That's just something to think about. I'll come back to that idea. So I think shadows are great there. They're a good little trick to give depth. Don't focus too much on the background. It's just etched in, not a big deal. I think that's finished. Hope you enjoyed that. Please check out my site. I've got a Facebook account, Instagram, all that sort of stuff. Have a look at those. You might find some stuff that you like, and you'll obviously get updated when I post new videos. Any comments, please put them down below. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you want me to draw, and I'll do it.